Oh.
Watch the Active 54 Show.
I know, but keep it.
Jesus, thing.
I know.
Yo,
Yo.
what it is, what it do. You already know what it is, man. This is the Exit 54 show. Welcome. And right now you are tuned in to the Mother's Day edition of the Exit 54 show. We live in the building. This is your host with the most, JD, the rehabilitated criminal. And you already know I'm going to keep it one thou wow at all times. I can't help myself. This is just how I'm born bred till I'm dead. And right now, you know, we got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is everybody calls me Sharon.
Oh,
My last name is Faulkner, but I've been known to be Niecy, and but I am Ma Dukes. I am JD's mama. I'm Miss Ma Dukes. To all of you out there and all my kids that's all over, my god kids, I'm my Dukes. That's who I am.
absolutely, man. This is the special edition, the Mother's Day edition, I should say, of the Exit 54 show. You know, we got a couple more guests. They running a little late, but you
Yeah.
know the show must go on at all times.
All time.
So, what you been getting into this week? How your week been?
My week's been it's been pretty good. I got some things, some irons in the fire that I'm trying to do. You know, I'm trying to. I just launched my traveling business. I got an opportunity come next week. Matter of fact, Saturday, to get into selling tea. It's all natural tea. I'm gonna be hollering at you about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And this tea you drink, you can lose 5 pounds in a week.
You talking about what you've been doing?
What have I been doing this week?
Not what you got.
I've been taking care of some old people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's that been working for you?
It's getting on my nerves, to be honest with you. It's really getting on my nerves.
Yeah, it's actually getting on everybody's nerves. Matter of fact, hey, we got another guest in the building right
All
now.
right, my sister
Running
is
late.
here.
Like a mug, as usual.
Yeah, they always running late. Hey, Selma. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Gail. Where am I at? You over there, boo.
Get on over there.
You over there. Look at my sister. She in the house. This is Bridget.
Oh yeah, I see
Yes.
you repping.
Yeah.
I see you.
Exit 54. Oh, snap.
I see
Where
you.
my head at?
I see you
Bruh,
repping.
where my head at?
Look
Where?
into the camera right there. Look into the camera. Oh, the camera with the Exit 54. Motherfucking asshole, man. We in the building, man.
Okay,
That's
so for-
copyright infringement, but you know I ain't
So-
tripping.
So for those of y'all that don't know that, my son has, he
Put your-
talks real. So if y'all scared of words, then don't be on here. I'm just warning
So
y'all.
yeah, welcome back to the Exit 54 show, man. Like I said, this is a special edition. This is the Mother's Day edition of the Exit 54 show. And right now, you know, we got another guest in the building. Go on and introduce yourself and let them know what you got going.
I'm Bridget. I'm Juwan's aunt,
And what do they call you?
Aunt B.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what you got going?
That
Hold on,
exit
go on, speak in there.
54.
Hold on. Let's get speaking. Go on.
That exit 54.
Ah.
And what's that? What does
You
that
should be
consist of?
scared. You should be very scared.
What does that consist of?
Hey, Monica. Look,
There you go.
Mr.
What does that
Deaconess.
consist of? So how your week been?
Been hectic, you know, doing the mommy thing, running.
Oh yeah?
Yes, he is,
You
Carol.
been running?
Yeah.
Running for what?
Hey, cheerleading competitions, basketball, everything.
It's a beautiful thing, and
Beautiful day.
yeah, man, this is the Exit 54 show. We got this special Mother's Day edition, and today we're gonna get into a few topics. You know, I got my mom in the building. I got my auntie in the building. You know, this is Boss B's mom. You understand me? So yeah, this is what we doing. This is how we living. But first and foremost, I just want to thank y'all for being on the show, man.
Yes.
I want to let y'all know how much we appreciate y'all for
Oh,
everything that y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't nothing but just cooking that broccoli shit for me.
Oh my
You
God.
know, that lasagna shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna try to keep the cussing to a minimum. But I can't help myself. This is the Exit 54 show, and you already know what we do
So
around these parts. But anyway,
Monica says, I love him. Go,
first
go,
thing I
go.
want to talk about is what's the beauty of being a mother? I want to ask y'all that. What's the beauty
Would
of being a
you
mother?
want to answer that first, or you want me to go
What's the
first?
beauty?
Go for it.
Go ahead. What's the beauty of it?
For me, the beauty of being a mom, that it holds a special title to be a mom. You know, anybody can have a baby, but it takes a special person to be a mom, because when you have kids, depending on how many kids you have, when you have that first kid, it's experimental.
So I was an experiment.
Yeah, I had you at 15. Yeah.
You take my motherfucking glasses off, man. You're real interesting. So I was an experiment.
Well, look, it's because at 15, I was still a kid. I wasn't I wasn't a woman. I was 15 years old. I was
Y'all
scared.
grew together.
Yeah, and so we
Right.
grew up together. So that's why we have like a sister-brother relationship. You know what I'm saying? More so than a mom, than a mother and son relationship.
Right.
Because we grew up together. And with your first kid, it's experimental. You don't know. When you have a baby, and then the placenta comes out, which is the afterbirth.
Oh,
And
God.
then don't no book come out to tell you how to take care of that kid. That's
It's
it.
It's a real human person.
It's a human
Right.
person, and this person is depending on you. And so it becomes scary because it's a responsibility that you
Absolutely.
have.
Absolutely.
And so I chose to breastfeed. I chose all that stuff because,
So I'm breastfed.
yeah, you're a breastfed baby.
Yeah, that's why I'm so advanced with this. You understand me? That's why I'm so advanced with this trigger play and this talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get milk from the titty, you be litty, as the kids say, man.
Oh,
This is what we
Father,
do.
help us.
But anyway,
What did we
man.
do?
Yeah.
But and then you have your next child. Your next child, you're a little bit more experienced, so you're okay. But when you have a third kid, oh, you're a pro then. You can
Right.
stick a bottle, put the towel up under it. But to me, to be a mom is one of the most rewarding jobs that you never get paid for. But
Right.
you do it, and then for me, I fight for mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, in real talk. Like, if you see a bear trying to attack my kids, you better help the bear because I'm finna tear it up. You understand me?
As you should.
As I should, because them is my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I go hard in the paint for it.
Absolutely. What about you, Aunt B? What's your take on the beautiful things about being a mom?
Being a mom is rewarding because you love that child unconditionally.
Can you speak into the mic, please?
Oh my. You love that child unconditionally.
Absolutely.
Right or wrong, good or bad,
Right.
you there to the bitter end.
Right.
You always gonna be there. That is your real first and true love.
Right.
Yeah.
Is your children.
Right.
Being a mom. That's rewarding to me.
Right. And so, with that being said, with this being rewarding and stuff like that,
hmm
can you also be like, is it like a gift and a curse, or is it just rewarding as a whole?
It's rewarding as a whole.
It is.
You go through your good and your bad,
Mhm.
but these are your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna ride with them to the bitter end. That's just how you do it.
Exactly.
My
Whether
hat too,
they,
brother. Been waiting on
no
that.
matter where they at, you gonna ride.
Regardless.
Regardless to the fact. I tell you, one of the hardest things for me to do as a mom was with Jawan was when I had to when I
Mic
had,
right there. Good.
you could.
We just got Boss B in the building with his late ass. You understand me? But
Yeah.
it's all to the good.
On that
Yeah.
CP time.
You know, I'm fresh off of work time. That's it.
But
Yeah,
what I
so-
was saying was like one of the hardest things for me to do when Jawan, the first time you went to the penitentiary, one of the hardest things for me to do was to go and pick up your clothes.
Right.
You know, when they give you clothes and you're about to go to the penitentiary. And Bridget, you took me, remember?
Yeah.
And I was crying. Me and her both was crying.
You was crying?
Heck yeah, we was crying too.
I was crying.
I didn't know y'all was crying.
I was crying in the
Put my
courtroom.
sunglasses on. I'm about to get emotional in the motherfucking building, man. Yeah, man, this is the Exit 54 show, man. I don't
Oh,
want to get
sorry,
too
so-
emotional, so I'm going to put these gazelles on. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but, yeah, man, y'all was crying,
Yeah,
man.
we was crying because for one, you were 17. You know what I'm saying? And that was your first bid. You was 17. And they're handing me your clothes like, you know, like you was a piece of trash.
So let me ask y'all this, right? Being a mother
Mhm.
and with your child,
Mhm.
your main thing is to protect that child and to guide him or her
Mhm.
in a situation. Now, I know both of y'all's situation. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as give us some insight on what it's like being a single mom raising 3 kids and trying to
Ooh.
lead them in the right direction.
Listen.
Come
I've
on,
worked many
Church.
hours.
tabernacle,
16-hour shifts,
choir.
4 or 5 days a week.
Right.
You know what I mean? I did what I had to do to take care of mine,
Absolutely.
to get them what they needed,
Mm-hmm.
also what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? I put a smile on my kids' face.
Right.
That's what made me happy.
Right.
You know, regardless of all the trials and tribulations you go through, raising a kid, I still felt that it was rewarding
Right.
because these are mine.
Absolutely.
And if I want to smack them, I can smack them.
You gonna
Right.
smack the shit out of 'em?
Exactly.
Smack them. Ain't that right?
Exactly. ah.
Ain't that right?
Yeah.
That's for sure. You know, being a single mom it was hard. You know, I like I said, I became a mama at 15, and that in itself was hard. And then you know, and let me say this because I know Bridget can attest to this too. When you're a single mom, you want somebody wants to be in your life, but most of them, you know, you want to be with somebody that's a giver, not a taker.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Now, let's talk about this. Single moms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You got these kids now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is it healthy
Mhm.
to bring multiple men around
No.
your kids?
No,
No.
not at all.
And why is that?
Because for one, you don't know that thing. You don't know him.
Right.
You know, from a can of paint, and you could be in a house with somebody for 20 years and not know them. You understand me?
Right.
But to me, you cannot keep bringing different men in the house and expecting them to be daddy, or this is Uncle Joe, this is Uncle Reggie, this is Uncle Paul.
Right.
Stop it.
Okay, and then and then you bringing them in here, and so what is your dog? What are you teaching them when you bring multiple men in your house?
The reason I say that is because, you know, a lot of times, like, you know, as the generations evolve, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's different standards that goes on inside the house. Like, as far as, like, nowadays, you know what I'm saying? You see multiple men in the house. As far as, you know, she might be with this person for January through goddamn me to the winter time. You understand me? Then the springtime come, she fucking with somebody else. Then the summertime come, she fucking with somebody
Well,
to
let's-
take kids.
It could be
Well, let's put it like
Monday,
this.
Joe.
You
Tuesday,
and let's put it like
Right.
this.
Friday,
You
Friday.
can have
Or
the light
6
bill
to
man,
12,
the
yeah.
gas man, the car note man, the rent man,
The food man.
the grocery
Hey, she
bill
could
man.
have,
So
so
let me
have
ask
3
y'all
different
this.
men on 3 different shifts.
Absolutely. So let me ask y'all this.
Justin Hush, he said, I love multiple men.
Is the power of the
is the power of the cave make men behave? Is it true?
You look, and I'm gonna be.
Where the fuck this nigga
He
come
talking
from?
to the pimp. I'm gonna be very, very
I'm not
nice.
gonna comment on
Does,
this.
does the power of the cave, as OGs in this game,
Oh
single
yeah,
mom,
cause we OGs in
the
this.
power of the cave, will it make you behave?
It's not so much as the power of the cave, baby. See, you look. When we let me be all the way 100. Okay, cause he finna do it now. Okay, when you
Come on out.
okay when
Come
you
on out.
bring in just pussy to the table, that's all you got is pussy. That's all you got to offer is good pussy.
But what if it's fire?
I don't care if it is fire. That's all you got is fire. That's it.
Listen, man.
That's
cannot
it.
with
That's
y'all
all
today.
that you bring into the table.
But is this why they go for the gullible niggas who ain't never had none?
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? They'll go for the gullible motherfuckers who ain't never really experienced with that cave. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then, you know, especially, it's like this, right? It's like this. Say, like, I never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right?
Okay.
And I finally get one. And I keep getting it. And keep getting it. And keep getting it.
I can't with
Then
you.
here comes somebody else with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This time it's just mango jelly. I'm not tripping on that. You feel me? I've been having this
Right.
shit. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use it and abuse it. I'm just saying. Nah, man, what? Welcome to the Exit 54 show. We in here with our mothers, and we are talking about how does the cave make you behave. This is real talk right here.
But okay, but I'm gonna say this: when you do, like, if you to make it, how does the cave make you behave? You got to bring more to the table than that. I don't care if you do got some fire. You better be putting some vittles on the table. And you can't be hamburgering him to death, and you can't
Yeah,
be
man.
chickening him to death, and all of
Yeah,
that. And then your mind got to be right. You got to have some. You got to have some type of intelligence. I can't have no. First of all, I'm not gonna have no dumb man. First
This
of
is some
all,
type of intelligence.
some type of intelligence. Like, we got
But
to
what
be
if
able
you-
to have a
But
conversation.
what if he's slinging wood, and it's all good in the hood, and it's so understood that you're doing things that you never thought you would.
I'm done with you right now.
I'm so dumb.
Yeah.
If he's slanging wood, look, I ain't
listen.
never seen no wood that good.
It's like this, man. That ding-a-lang will make you do something strange.
No, look, let me tell you something. I'm not doing nothing strange for
For
no
real,
change
though.
and nothing funny for no money.
Doing something strange.
For real now. But nah, man, you know, what kind of advice would you give,
Keisha.
you know what I'm saying, a single mom in this generation?
Hey, Jonica.
What kind of advice would y'all give a single mom in this generation?
Stay focused.
Yeah, stay focused.
Because a man will tell you anything.
Sure will.
So will a woman.
Preach
Absolutely.
But you
tabernacle.
need to
For
stay
real.
focused.
Stay focused on what?
Stay focused on your
yourself,
business,
your
on
kids.
yourself, and on your kids.
You got to work for what you want. Ain't nobody
Absolutely.
gonna give it to you. Ain't nobody give it to me. I work for mine.
Hello?
So you got to work for what you want.
So what about all the women that's waiting on a motherfucker to do something for them?
Well, they
They're
just
gonna
gonna
be
be waiting. That's what they gonna be doing is waiting.
Do you have any advice for the BBGs, the bitter bitch gang? There's a whole lot of bitter bitches out here,
It
man.
is. It is.
It's bitter
It's-
bitches, man.
it-
That's,
it
You know, they
is.
can't move forward because you know whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? The man and the woman, you know, they fucked around or whatever. They fucked around and had a baby, and you know it didn't work out. But as
Right.
adults, you know what I'm saying, you should be able to come together and raise the kid.
Right.
Like for instance, and you know, I ain't gonna put nobody on blast or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. In my situation, like I get real offended when a motherfucker say some shit like I'm a deadbeat or some shit like that,
Right, but you're not though.
Because I done been a motherfucking
victim of that. And I ain't trying to call nobody out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not trying to
We got
disrespect
you.
my peoples or no shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? Facts is facts. You know, a motherfucker ain't never did nothing for me as far as, you know, my pops and shit. This nigga,
Right.
the last thing I can remember this nigga buying for me was a fucking pair of Rustlers back when I was staying on Sunset with Big Mom. So
Right.
it's like, and it ain't even all about what you buy a motherfucking child. It's about, you know what I'm saying, you spending the time. But sometimes you got these bitter bitches out here that are, you know what I'm saying, create this whole facade of just, you know, slander and shit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it can drive a nigga away. Now,
Fair.
I don't know the situation, but can y'all get some insight on this type of shit? Hold on real quick. We got a special caller in the motherfucking building. This is the Exit 54 show, and I'm taking all calls on this Mother's Day motherfucking episode. You
Oh,
dig?
Lord.
What's going on? You on the Exit 54 show. Holla, man. What you got to say, man?
What's good with it, motherfuckers?
Mm, mm,
I'm just in this motherfucker chilling, man. You know, trying to stay out the way, man, and dodge the restriction.
This is
and
my
the bitches,
nephew.
notices, and the haters, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man, I understand what you talking about. We got your mother in the building on the Exit 54 show, so watch your motherfucking mouth in this.
And I'm in the building too, Chris. You better watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, Sherry.
You said my mama in the building.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
Mother's Day edition of the
Oh,
Exit
shit, she
54
been
show.
dating.
Yeah.
Shit, bring me a pack of cigarettes before you go home.
Oh, this.
And on that note, we gonna cut this goofy ass nigga off because we not getting ready to play with you on this motherfucking Exit 54 show, begging for cigarettes.
Cannot.
But yeah,
Hey,
So-
Sherry.
like, what can you, as a woman, from a woman's perspective,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? Why is it like, why do the bitches be so bitter?
Well, it just depends on what the relationship was about and who the person is and where they're at in their mind frame. You know what I'm saying? To me, it just really depends. People, you know, misery loves company. You know, and when a person is miserable, you could have met them on a down slope. You
Right.
feel me? And that $5 sundress got you paying child support for the rest of your life. You understand me? For at least
Man.
18 years, because you got caught up in what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? And so, and for bitter women, it's to me, it's like you don't know where their mind frame was at. I ain't never been bitter. For one, I'm gonna tell you something.
You ain't never been bitter. Ever.
Ever.
You ain't never motherfucking acting strange because that ding-a-lang went somewhere else with that. You understand?
No, let me say, there's a difference between being bitter and if you in a committed relationship and this person is over here. Because, you know, we lived here and he was going to a house right here. That's disrespectful.
He was fucking on the same block.
On the same block. Across
This
the
is the
street
Exit.
on the same block.
Welcome to the Exit 54 show, man. And right now we talking about how niggas is fucking on the same block. Damn, this shit is disrespectful. Now I ain't never fucked on the same block.
That's so
I can't do that.
disrespectful. And this was the thing.
I
I was sitting, you
I
know,
can't do it.
the way the house
Was
was.
it Miss Parker?
Oh, yeah. It was like 3 Miss Parkers.
Was it Miss Parker?
It wasn't Miss
It was like
Parker.
3 Miss Parkers in the
Nah,
complex.
but it was, but I was sitting on the steps smoking a cigarette, and this Negro pulls up. The woman gets out the car. He don't see me because it's a bush there, and I'm looking dead at him. He don't even see me. He pull up. She get ready to get out the car. He grabs her and kisses her ever so passionately.
Was you bitter or
No, I wasn't
Was
bitter.
you shocked?
No, I wasn't shocked.
Appalled?
No, I was like, I'm finna
Sorry.
get. No,
She was
I was like,
very
I'm finna.
appalled.
I said, I'm finna get this. I'm finna get him.
You about to get him, not the bitch.
Right, because I'm dealing with him. That's another thing. Y'all girls, when you is in a relationship with a man, you don't mess with that woman because that woman don't know you from a can of paint, but you know that man that you in the bed sleeping with every night.
So the nigga was out of pocket. First of all, I just want to say this: the nigga was out of pocket.
Yeah, he was.
He was bold.
He was very bold. So I had to
He
be
was bold.
even more bolder than what
So
he
what did
was.
you do?
So he come down the street, right?
He walked.
No, he in the car. You know what I'm saying? He kissed her ever so passionately. She walks and goes into
What
the
kind of
house.
car was it?
It was a van. It was a van.
18 van or Astro van?
Astro van.
What difference does it make?
The 18 van is the, you understand me, and the motherfucking Astro van is the, you dig.
Right.
The booty
And it had a
snatcher?
it had a bed in the back too.
Oh yeah, he was fucking shit out of her.
Right. So you hear this shit?
Yeah, this nigga's a fucking player. Back attack.
I know that's right. She said I was bitter than
Man,
not
don't-
better. But anyway, okay. So
Put your phone down, man.
we doing this live because I told him we was gonna do it live. But anyway, so anyway, when he comes
Worried about
up,
them goofy
no.
ass.
So when he comes up, I'm sitting there and he looks shocked because he don't know if I saw him.
He looked shocked that you saw him, or
No,
you
he don't
shocked
know. He
because
don't.
you
I
at
was
home?
sitting there, but he don't know if I saw him or not. So he come walking up, getting ready to kiss me. I said,
So let me ask you this: was you a stay-at-home woman, or was you out here involved as far as doing work and stuff like that?
I was working. I worked at Frisch's Big Boy as a waitress. He worked there too.
So you was fucking with the cook?
No, he was the dishwasher.
Oh.
Next week, give you on the fries.
Chico, what's up with this dishwasher, man?
Next week, he be on the fries next week. And that's
No,
when the
I
big
got
bucks
him
come
the
in.
job. That was his first
Yeah,
job. He was
babe.
his arm was jacked up. His arm got chewed up in a machine.
You was messing with the dishwasher, man.
So anyway,
Oh,
I
my
waited.
God.
This is what I did. I waited. So I didn't let him know that I seen him. So the next day, when he decided to go out, because he was going, go back, I walked out my house. I walked down the street, and I proceeded to go into her house. I didn't knock. I didn't do none of that because I wasn't knocking on no doors. I was going to kick the door in like I did when I was pregnant with Amber. So, but he runs out the back, and he's crouched down in the back in some bushes. Okay? So as soon as I confront him, he said, "Oh, I know you still screwing James." What that got to do with you being over here?
Who is James?
James was
Wait
someone
a
that I
minute.
used
Hold
to-
on. No names.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you was
James.
fucking around with James? Absolutely. See, the truth always
No,
comes out.
listen, no.
It's all good.
No, James was before him.
But you was still fucking.
No, I wasn't. He knew I was in love with him.
So you can be
You can
messing
be-
with somebody and still in love with you.
Yeah, with somebody else for sure. Because
So that means at any given time, you can double back.
if you choose to,
What?
So James can pull up in that you dig and be like, man,
Come
get in the
on.
car, man.
Just for the
No.
day. Just for the
I'm fucking
day.
with that lane.
no,
Just for the day.
Let's go take off.
no.
Yeah.
Because at
Go
that,
take little Juju to Big Mom's house. We gotta
that takes little Juju to Big Mom's house.
take off.
That's not how it went. Me and James was together for some years, and then because of his financial situation, and he was doing some things he shouldn't have, he had to go double back where he was supposed to be at.
Let me ask you this. Let
Mhm.
me ask. I want to ask you something, Bridget.
Yes.
Now, when you start getting involved with Mr. Johnson,
Okay.
I remember we had the wedding at the house.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that.
I do too.
So what gave you the situation to where
Who's
you,
that?
who was he?
Who's in dreadlock
I
nigga?
don't know the goofy niggas is. But who,
Spit it out.
what, how, and why was you at the altar?
Oh my God.
Like, damn.
Like, did you hear that? Like, oh my God.
What happened? Was he Major Payne? I remember he was on his Major Payne shit.
He was in the
Was
reserves.
he in the Army?
He was in the reserves.
That was after the marriage, though.
That was after.
Yeah, he was working.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So what happened?
In a relationship,
No, how did you guys meet and what happened?
he lived down the street
On the same block.
on the same block,
Wow.
but I was the only one on the block.
Not at all. What about Portage Path?
No. No.
He played too much. He plays too much. Oh
So
my
what
God.
happened? That was a crazy street, man. Now that I
What,
think
Terry
about it,
Moore
man.
Drive?
Terry Moore was crazy.
Yeah, because we had, look, remember we had Mexicans.
Damn,
Miss
the old-
Eva.
What was the white lady that lived next door to
Wasn't
me,
her
Mom?
name
Miss
Eva?
Julia. Oh, Miss Eva.
With the white hair?
Yeah, Miss
Yeah,
Eva.
yeah.
Cooked little stuff for us. and
Yeah,
stuff.
she did. She's cooking for
I miss
you
that
and
old lady.
Midel. It was you and Midel and
Phil,
Mikey
Mikey.
and Philip.
And Terry.
And Midel, remember?
Yeah, Mida was our neighbor across the street.
That was the one with the blonde hair.
Mm.
Yeah,
I wonder where he at.
I do too.
Hey, Mida, if you watching this motherfucker, yeah, you see me, nigga, absolutely. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you understand me? You live the motherfucking Exit 54 show, you did. And right now we got some of the flyers, newest, hottest shit in Springfield, Ohio. What you got going?
Deep fried strawberry cheesecake.
Ooh-wee. What they going for?
$9.
Where can they locate you at?
Locate me on Facebook. Christy Williams. We got some deep fried brownies. We got deep fried bananas. We got peach cheesecake, pineapple cheesecake. We got cheesecake nachos, cheesecake empanadas. Y'all better come get y'all some.
Come get this shit, man. This shit going like motherfucking hotcakes. You heard it here first. Exit 54 show. We live in this motherfucker. Holla at a nigga when you see me in the streets. And take two, motherfucker.
You are stupid as hell.
Welcome to the Exit 54 show, man. Right now.
I
This is the Mother's Day edition of the Exit 54 show, man. We in here chopping it up with our moms, man. And right now I'm asking my auntie, how did she hook up with Mr. Johnson? You understand me? Go ahead and elaborate on that thing.
Well, Mr. Johnson lived 4 houses down. My sister over there, go ahead and talk
She
to
the twin?
him. No, see, I was talking to this dude in Dayton named David.
That's the wrong name. Okay,
And
but
she was like, well, he's long distance.
Oh, man.
You shouldn't talk to
We don't
him.
want to hear all of that, yo.
So
Yeah,
that's
I'm
how I
good.
ended up talking to him.
Yeah, I'm
Your
good.
mother.
I'm good on that, yo.
Then why'd you ask?
I don't want to hear about you guys' thoughts-capades.
thoughts, capades? Oh, so your
no,
mom
no,
and your
no,
auntie was a
thoughts,
thought? Is that what you're trying to
Look,
say?
Emma, he's right there. Talk to him. Girl, he lived down the street. He got all this
He ain't long distance.
He ain't long distance. He's at his car. That's how y'all was acting.
He got a
Look,
job.
look.
Like way too much.
Way too much.
Oh man, y'all funny, man. But yeah, man.
What's it? Replay?
What's that? Your phone?
That's Bridget's phone. Who on your phone?
But
Oh,
yeah,
it's
man.
recording it.
We right now, man, we in the Exit 54 show, man. So this part of the show, man, we got a little news or whatever. This is Amber's segment, but she's not here, as you can see. She's probably out selling weave or doing makeup to Dr. Seuss looking bitches. You know,
I'm done
things
with
that-
you.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
Dr. Seuss looking bitches, man. She brings them back though.
Yeah, she do.
Right.
Them back.
She do. She
Yeah,
brings
she-
them back.
Right.
She
Real
brings them
talk.
back,
She does.
Damn, she do.
and I respect that.
I respect it too, cause some of them pictures that I seen,
Yeah, I respect that.
they needed that help.
It was something that I wanted to talk about though, pertaining to this kid. Oh yeah. So, how do y'all feel about, the way the parenting is now compared to what it was, when y'all was raising us or whatever?
I think the parenting now is whack. Cause a lot for real. Because some people don't believe in spanking their kids, and ain't nothing wrong with disciplining your child.
Shouldn't. Extension cords should be up.
Hot Wheel tracks.
Hot Wheel tracks.
Woo.
Them Hot Wheel tracks was woo-wee.
I hated the motherfucking extension cords.
I hate Hot Wheel and
Hot
the
Wheels and all that stuff. But today though, the kids is they are so disrespectful, and it's because the parents are like chopping it up with them like that's my friend. And so then when it comes down to it, they be telling them go on about your business and all that other stuff.
You know what I think it is? Me personally, from what
David.
I observe and shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
what it is, and I said this on another show, I think the technology has crippled
Mm-hmm.
humanity as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, you know what I'm saying, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful thing. But I think the technology, you know what I'm saying, has crippled us to where we done lost our morals and values as human beings.
Hey, Jules.
And it's like some people can get so caught up in their phone that they not even looking at their kid, paying attention to their kid. I'm guilty of that shit from time to time. When I be watching my daughter and shit, I be fucking around on my phone and I be like, girl, what you gotta get my flag? Like, god damn. Then I had to put my phone down, but my thing is, I think, like, YouTube is raising the kids now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. Me personally.
And then
I think the YouTube and
In some households, yeah, that's true.
it fucks the kids up.
But I think that and I always say this too. I think that when you do family time, everybody needs to put their phones up.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So you can communicate, because I think the phones have technology has replaced human touch. It has replaced
Yeah, it's fucked up.
human, just human beings just talking to one another. It's replaced
It's
that.
fucked up. It's,
Because when that boy was getting shot, that they was sitting there just taping it like,
and
I
we
said,
was
are you
talking about that.
retarded?
We was talking about that a couple weeks ago about how people can see, like, say for instance, if we riding down the street, right,
Mhm.
and we see, say we on the highway, we on 70 or something,
Right.
or Limestone or Gettysburg or whatever. Say we riding down the street and we see an accident. It's real bad. Police ain't came yet. Some of us will ride by with our phones out like this.
Like, ooh, it's a bad accident.
Some of us even get out the car
and record it.
and record the whole thing
Mhm.
instead of helping.
Right, pulling them out,
Getting them out of
something.
it, bro.
Giving them CPR, something.
It's fucked up to the point to where we have lost our values
Yes.
and morals, man.
We have.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people don't even know, can't even name 3 phone numbers right off bat without looking at their phone.
Because they rely.
Because they rely on
Because they
their
rely
phone.
on this phone. If you lose your phone right now, what's gonna happen?
I
You
can
gonna
call Big
I
Mom.
know you tweaking. You
No.
lose that phone, you you lose your phone, you tweaking.
Not tweaking.
Shit me. I know you tweaking. You tweaking, you lose that phone. I'm tweaking, I lose my phone.
Can you relate?
Right. But
I just
do you
lost
know
my
my
shit.
number? By heart?
Not at all. I ain't gonna lie. I do not know
Whose
your,
number do you know by heart?
I know your number by heart. I
What's
know
her
Big
number?
Mom's number. Huh?
What's Bridget's number?
Trio Feezio, Trio Feezy.
You know Amber's phone number?
Nope.
I know Mom's. I know the. Who is that that keep walking past here?
I know.
I know
probably
mom's
someone
number. Mom's
I know.
is 3900423.
No.
Oh,
Can't be doing that.
oh, sorry.
But
Who is that?
don't worry about that. But the main thing is you got to know at least 3 or 4 numbers. I know your number. I know Big Mom's number. I know Wifey's number. I know my number.
I know my
I
number.
know.
I know Bridget's number.
I think I know my sister's number.
Amber, I think I know Amber's number because she changes it so much.
I know
but
your
this
number
is
by
easy.
heart though. You
Hers
had that
is
same number
right.
for years. Big Mom that had
Her number for years too.
Hold it down.
Man, you remember
Oh,
when
man.
we tried to get that old number when we came back and we couldn't get it? 27681.
Man, I remember that number.
Yes, we had that number
Man.
for years.
322-7681.
Yeah.
I do remember that shit.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that was the
That's-
number.
I just want to say one thing, right? Man, I feel like fucking Captain Planet, man. I haven't ate no fucking meat in 3 years. This motherfucker's dying. It's killing me, man. Hey, listen, man.
Hey man, you better bake you some fish or something.
Nah, man, listen, man.
Yeah.
Got
no
to
fish?
though, but no, you can't.
I'm
And I
trying,
all the
can't
ways.
do it because
You
I got
Ramadan.
I'm
arsenic
trying
and
to
it.
lose
Your Ramadan.
50 pounds by July,
You'll
right?
be able to do it.
Because I'm taking all the boys and shit. We going to Cedar Point for the weekend or whatever. And I ain't trying to be that nigga that's like, get your goddamn ass up the right. I ain't trying to be that nigga.
Oh, you remember when we went to Kings Island with me, you, Bridget, and Big Mom went to Kings Island? Bridget, you remember that? We tried to get on that ride, and that man had got on that ride. He got
Yup.
stuck.
That was the flight of fear. I'll
Yeah.
never forget that.
He got stuck. He couldn't get off. And
He got stuck.
and this Negro
I was
gonna say, you need to grease that pig down so you can get up out of there.
I was riding too.
I was
I'm the
like
squirrel.
so embarrassed.
I'm
Oh my
the squirrel.
god. Oh my god.
I'm the goddamn.
He said, grease it down. I said, Juwan, stop saying that. Stop saying that.
Well, I ain't never
But,
heard about this shit though.
I don't know, but like that whole day.
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget,
that
wasn't
diet,
it
man,
something?
Yeah.
That diet is vicious, man. I mean,
Mhm.
it's like no sugar,
Yeah.
no meat,
Mhm.
no bread, no salt. You gotta use sea salt.
Mhm.
Then it's like you can't eat rice. I've been eating fucking apricots and fucking nasty ass avocados and these goofy
I
ass
love
beans.
avocados.
Goofy
I
ass.
can't eat those garbanzo beans.
Yeah, the goofy ass
'cause they make my-
garbanzo beans.
Yeah.
And these goofy ass green smoothies that taste like ass. Oh, yeah.
Made that shit like
I'm
groceries.
tired of this shit. But yeah, man. So have y'all heard about this? I want to ask y'all this as single moms, right? Or as moms with dads who don't do the bitch ass thing or whatever. Now, we talked about this on another episode. How do y'all feel about? Matter of fact, I know what I want to talk about. So today,
Oh,
I look on the internet today. I see Steph Curry's wife that said some crazy shit.
Yeah, she did.
She said that she been fucking with him for all these years. Well, she's salty because she don't get that. She see all the women gravitating towards him, and he get all the attention from all these different women, and she feels she's jealous of that, but she feel like because she don't get no attention from men don't gravitate towards her like the women gravitate towards him.
Mhm.
So she said she was lightweight jealous of that shit or whatever. So they get more in tune with the shit. Then she say that, they've been married for a minute. Their marriage is great, but she said that he don't satisfy her. He had to satisfy her in the bedroom for a long time.
Why would she put that out on the internet?
Whoa.
Wow.
She said she hasn't satisfied him. Well, he hasn't satisfied her in the bedroom for some time. She said his feelings was hurt, but she had to keep it real with him or whatever. Now, as a man, I think he got another bitch. That's just me.
Yeah,
He got another bitch.
definitely. He definitely got
What do y'all
another
think
bitch.
about it? Would you stay with somebody? Have you stayed with somebody on that level?
Negative.
Negative?
Negative. I mean, because you got to stop and think. You know what I mean? If he ain't putting in that work, putting in forth that effort,
Right.
he put in that work and that effort with somebody else.
Period.
Flat out.
Because he was doing right in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
He was cracking it off right in you know what I'm saying, what led up to
But it's
just recently.
Y'all don't feel like it's a two-way street?
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Because it's like this. Now, if I've been messing with you and we've been married for a minute or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And
She need to learn how to spice that up.
it's like she said it's like a chore. Sleeping with him is like a chore.
What?
Wait
Yeah,
a
that's what
minute.
she said sleeping with him is like a chore.
Child.
So if sleeping with me is like a chore,
That is
It's time to
deep.
go.
It's time to
it's time to
go.
roll.
It's time to go.
Yeah. Gotta go.
Wow.
Because having sex with your husband should not be a chore.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
It should be rewarding.
It should be rewarding. It should be fulfilling because that's supposed to be.
So
your
I'm about
best
to ask
friend.
y'all a real in-depth question. Even though this is Mother's Day edition, man, this is the Exit 54 show, and we gets it in. You understand? So, what can you tell these women out here that's viewing the show right now
Mhm.
who think they got their cave can make a man behave, but in all actuality is trash on that axe? You know what I'm talking about? What can you tell these women to help their juices flow within the berry tree?
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Go ahead.
Crickets.
Okay. No, ain't no crickets. I was just saying. Vic said. Something.
Man, don't
something.
worry about what they said, man.
Okay.
You supposed to be in tune to the show.
Okay, I am. But
You're not
listen,
in tune to the
listen,
show on
listen.
your phone.
Okay, listen. This is what I can say. If they're, they need to do some vaginal care.
How do they do that?
They have to do Kegel exercises.
What is that?
Kegel.
Kegel?
Kegel exercises.
What is that?
Squeeze the vajayjay.
Squeeze your vajayjay. Like
Oh,
when
that's
you go,
the-
yes.
they-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you go to the bathroom, you pee a little bit, you squeeze. You pee a little bit, squeeze. Pee a little bit, squeeze.
What if they have so many mouths that they hit the gas, but it's just going idle on that axe?
There's surgeries for that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's surgeries that they can
Is
do
there
for that.
is there such thing where there can be too many mouths on that car?
It can be. I believe it can be. But it goes without saying, you know what I'm saying? You have to take care of your body inside and out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because whatever you put in, it's definitely going to come out. But being the mere factor that being a woman out here, I had this conversation on my live. When you're a woman, you should use 3 washcloths.
3.
Yes.
One for
3.
your face.
1 for your face, 1 for your la-la, and 1 for your butt.
What about
Because we wipe from front to back, not from back to front. If you wiping from back to front.
what's up, motherfuckers? You ain't know. You need to tune in to the Exit 54 show. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's the hottest thing on the rise, to your surprise. As I look you in your eyes, hit like and subscribe. You dig what I'm saying, baby?
You got a dirty pooch.
Welcome to the Exit 54 show, where right now we are talking
Am I telling
about
the truth?
you need 3 wash rags if you're a woman to wash your ass. As a man, I'm just say this one time. Listen, I wash my balls, ass, and face with the same rag. And my
And
face
he
and
did
my
it in that
balls,
order.
no nothing.
And he did it in that order.
Yeah, I don't listen. You only
That is
get,
Wait.
Listen, you only get one rag,
No.
and you gotta rinse it out good every time.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I use one rag. I've
No.
been using one rag since the
But
trap.
you're a dude. You're a dude. But
Man.
females, no. They cannot be using. You should at least have, I'm telling you, 2.
So let me ask you this: what if she has a rag and a loofah?
That's good.
That's
Because
great.
you know what? I use exfoliating gloves.
Oh my God!
Well, look, I'm trying to tell you, I'm 53, but I look real good.
I just want to say one thing:
What's your one thing, though?
if you're using one rag and you're a woman, you got
Goofy. It's so goofy.
Nah, man. On some real shit, man.
I got
know.
some mints.
I know some few women I used to deal with, man, that they only deal with one rag. But I
Yeah,
wasn't
them
tripping.
one rag heifers, that's too much.
I wasn't tripping.
Well, if you, I'm just gonna leave that.
You got to.
Oh,
What if
yeah.
she just got the little floofer thing?
I mean,
The
you
loofah
know,
thing,
the
that's
loofah thing.
The loofah.
That's it. That's all she
that
got.
ain't cool.
no.
So let
Here,
me
can
ask
you
y'all
get
this.
that for me?
How do y'all feel about Sierra letting Russell Wilson take naked pictures with the Future's kids?
What do you mean taking naked pictures? Was they in the tub naked?
Man, he took a picture with that nigga's baby naked. Like this.
Holding the baby.
He was holding the baby. Was the baby laying?
Naked, dog.
Ain't that kid like 3, 4?
Like this.
That kid too big to be on the motherfucking man's chest, butt ass naked, man.
Right.
Kid had his
Yeah.
wiener in his belly button.
Come on,
And
man.
Russell Wilson's belly button.
Mm-mm.
He was wiggling and jiggling.
Mm-mm.
Oh man.
Man, how do you feel about that?
No,
Personally,
you're not taking. No,
no.
no, you're not supposed to be taking the pictures.
No.
With, no,
Not at all.
no,
Not
not
at
at all. That was distasteful.
It's one thing that I wanted to elaborate,
Mhm.
and I want y'all's feedback on this, right?
Okay.
So, I was talking to somebody the other day, and we was talking about, you know, how single moms raise these kids, right?
Mhm.
Now, we know the pressures of the single mom, and they do everything, you know what I'm saying? And when you're raising males, it can be like sometimes when there's not a male in the house,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? The there's no alpha male around, so the kid might gravitate towards he might pick up behaviors that his mom has, as far as, like, say for instance, if you talking on the phone to somebody and you might be like, oh, you smacking your teeth and all that shit, and then you see the kid, you tell the kid to do something, and you like, what? Hold up. But as far as I wanted to talk about the duties of, you know, a single mom or a single parent or whatever, into molding the kids into being ready for the real world.
Mhm.
Because sometimes you can shield your child. You can give him or her everything that they want and try to be like, you know, I'm gonna make sure my kid has this. I'm gonna make sure my kid has that. I'm gonna make sure they do this and do that. But when it's time for them to get into the real world, sometimes you just be like, okay, get on out there. And then when they get out here, they like,
Bumping the head.
Right, because they don't know what to do.
what the fuck?
You have to
And then,
teach
you know
them
what I'm saying, they
morals.
come back.
Respect.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes,
Mhm.
no. Don't butt me.
Yeah.
Period. I had to tell my
Right.
son that shit.
I cannot stand
I had
that.
to
Don't
tell
butt
my
me.
son that shit.
I cannot stand
Do
that.
not butt me. Like, I didn't raise my kids, other people's kids,
Mhm.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
and still doing it.
And still
seen
doing it. Still
I
doing
But
seen
you're
it.
going to respect me.
Exactly.
And you know what's so crazy? Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Thank you, no, thank you. That goes
That
A
goes
long
a
way.
long way more than money could ever take you.
I be saying that to
Exactly.
younger people.
But I say that
just because they
I
job
said
is
that to you,
Yeah,
like
right.
when remember when you had to go to court, and because Mom used to tell us that she said that she said manners will take you a long ways, further than where you think that you should go. And I had told Juwan, like, when you go to court, he said, "Oh, Mom, I got it down pat." We went to court, and that man was like, he kept saying, "I want to lock you up." Girl, I was in there praying. Like, please, God, don't let them lock my son up. And he was like, it's something that's stopping me from locking you up. I said, I know, it was
them
God.
Them motherfuckers, man, they gonna lock a motherfucker up regardless.
But he didn't lock you up that day.
They don't give a fuck.
He told him, don't you come back here, and Juwan was back in there.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Shit. If you break the law, you're going down. There ain't no motherfucking way around it unless you gonna give up everybody you know.
Right.
But me personally, man, I think that, as parents, you know what I'm saying, we really got to, take control of what our kids is doing. You know what I'm saying, on their phones and all this old shit. And I looking on my phone the other day, right? And I seen some crazy shit with Cardi B, right? Now I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's 10 months, she trying to walk, and I'm watching her develop in her mind. She, learning shit, and it's amazing to me because I see myself in her. But I'm looking on my phone and shit right now. Cardi B got a fucking video out. It's XXX video. You know what I'm saying? It's XXX. This is like porno shit.
Yeah, she said they could do that.
Now, I just looked on there. I didn't try to find this shit.
But it
So,
just came out.
It just popped up. Now, knowing that, you know what I'm saying? No knock to Cardi B or what she doing or whatever, get your money, whatever. But when you got a powerful voice like that, and you got all these little girls looking up to you, comes a responsibility where you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, like, okay, well, if I put this out, let me put it out over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these kids can't see this type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I can just get on my phone and just be like, what the fuck? Hold up.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, just imagine what these little kids are doing. Because
Right.
these kids know how to work your phone better
Better
than
than you do.
Yeah.
Better than
And
you.
then
You know they don't
you have
watch
to,
You better believe
you
it.
have to block
Cause
YouTube and have them on kids YouTube.
mhm.
They got kids YouTube?
Yeah, they
See,
got
I ain't know that. See, I ain't know that.
Yes,
Yeah,
See, I
they
ain't
sure
know that.
do.
Yeah, that shit
But
crazy,
you just
man.
have to be careful what you let your kids watch,
Yeah,
True.
man.
who you let your kids hang out
Then
with.
don't they say that,
Hell,
that
what
mama
you let
bitch
your
be popping
kids
up
get
on
involved
the
with?
kids YouTube?
Hell yeah.
You have to communicate with them. Stay in their business. They be mad, but they be alright.
They'll be
yeah.
all right.
Stop
But-
trying to be their motherfucking friend.
I'm in your
Exactly. It ain't. You, I used
I'm
to
in
tell
your
them I'm not
business.
your friend.
You know what I used to tell my son all the time? This was a few years ago, this shit, right? My oldest son, you know what I'm saying? This nigga used to always be like, man, I'm tired of you treating me like a kid and woo, 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 right?
Yeah.
I say, nigga, do you buy your own clothes? That nigga looked at me. I said, can you feed yourself? That nigga looked at me. I said, nigga, do you pay any bills over there? That nigga looked at me. I said, yeah, nigga, you still a kid.
Mhm.
Right.
You still a kid, homie. If you
Yeah.
can't do none of that, you still a kid. There's only 2 motherfuckers that gets a pass in my house. Well, 3 motherfuckers. Kids, pets, and senior citizens. That's it. Everybody else got to pay. You got to pay. I don't give a damn. You got to pay.
I feel you on that.
Man, kids and
Yeah.
pets and senior citizens is the only motherfuckers who should get a pass in your house living for free. I don't give a damn who you is or whatever because, man,
And
it's
people
hard out here.
will take advantage.
They
It's
will.
hard out here.
They
It's
will.
hard out
I've
here.
been through it.
It's hard out here.
I done took care of many and ain't been paid. They ain't paid a dime.
Man, listen, man.
You hear me?
Even when I was in the halfway house, I couldn't live for free.
No,
No.
they was charging you up.
If you
I had to
ain't
pay
no job, you gotta choose.
$79 just to get out of there.
And this is what people fail to realize though. I worked a fucking minimum wage job getting paid $8.50 an hour just so I can leave out of that fucking halfway house every weekend.
Right.
And pay them $79 of my money just so I can leave every weekend and do what I and move around like I'm free and shit. Everybody thought I was out. No, nigga, I'm still in jail.
Right.
Still in jail.
Still in
Right.
jail. But I had to bite the bullet though. I had to
Yeah.
bite the bullet to be able to advance. And now it's like, man, right now I'm working on getting off this shit. As soon as I get off of this shit, as soon as I get off this shit, I'm going either one or three places. I'm either going to Punta Cana, Jamaica, or Greece. One of them.
Go to Greece, and I will book your trip.
For real, man. You gotta show these niggas how to travel, man. I've been
No,
seeing
you
everybody
don't.
on my timeline going to Vegas and all this old shit, man. Just let it be known, man. When I be able to leave the state,
Bridget, we're
just-
going to
I'm not coming.
Greece next year.
I'm going to Greece, man. I'm
Yeah.
going somewhere, man.
We going.
Sticking my toes in this blue sand and all that. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, man, these kids, man, is very important, man, because I be looking at, you know what I'm saying, the kids of my family and shit, and I be like, man, little nigga, I should fuck you up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, some of these, like, some of them don't have no respect. Like, they don't, but they don't know, though.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, but
You know
that's
what I'm
Don't
saying?
know.
you
Right.
can't fault them if they don't
You know
know.
what? It's a lot about what the parents teach them.
Mhm.
Right.
And if you have a parent that does not,
Enforce.
oh, let me just back on that.
No, don't back on up. This is the Exit 54 show.
Listen.
Let them know.
Listen, you have to be responsible for your children. Your
Absolutely.
children watch you.
Absolutely.
You have to pay attention, and you have to be mindful of what you're doing.
Because
So
they
you
learn
can teach
by
your
example.
kids the right thing.
They
Right.
learn
And
by
you want to talk
example.
about people talking about my kids is disrespectful, my kids this, my kids that. So what have you taught them?
Right.
You have to teach them the right thing in order for them to do the right thing.
Okay.
And another,
Like when your kids get grown and they ain't doing the right thing, it should not be because you didn't teach them.
right.
Okay.
It should be because that was their choice.
That was their
That
choice.
was their choice.
Preach on it.
Preach. Tabernacle.
Another
Listen.
thing, I'm glad you said that, because another thing that a lot of us get misconstrued is we got to lead by example.
Yep.
And that's
They
what I
learn
had to
by
learn how to
example.
do. I had to learn how to do that shit. Like, when I came home from prison, man, my biggest fear was, you know what I'm saying, my son being in the streets 10 toes down. I said, man, I prayed on it damn near every day. I said, please, man, if nothing else fails, you know what I'm saying, when I get up out this motherfucker, you know, don't let my son be 10 toes down in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I understood everything around him and the situations that was going on. And that was one of my biggest fears, because me coming home from prison trying to tell this little nigga not to be in the streets and he 10 toes down, it's like, I'm not going to be able to tell him, like, you know what I'm saying, don't do this and don't do that. The best thing that I can do, shit, I'm going to give you a prime example. It may sound fucked up, but this is real talk. If my son was in the streets, I said, man, if he in the streets 10 toes down out here selling crack or whatever, I said, man, the best thing I could do if I see him selling crack, and I'm going to tell him, like, listen, you know what you're doing? This shit ain't, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo,
Right.
woo, right? And he like, listen, man, I'm out here, woo, woo. And I'd be like, all right, nigga, come on. I'm going to take him in the kitchen and show him the tricks of the trade so he can get his money. Teach him how to get up out of that shit. But I didn't, you know, it may sound fucked up, but that was the approach that I was taking. But when I seen that he wasn't in the streets like that, I'm like, okay, so now I got to go with plan B now. Boom. Now I got to lead by example. Tell this little nigga, listen, this ain't what it is. You see where I've been all these motherfucking years. You can do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm about to show you. Watch this. And I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important, man, to
It
lead
is.
by example. Even if the little nigga or your daughter or whatever don't want to follow that. Even if they don't want to follow that. They
Right.
see that.
But at least you
Like,
you're
damn.
showing them the example.
You know what I'm saying?
Because children learn by what they see, not by what you say,
Right.
but by what they see. That's how they learn.
Hell yeah.
That's how they learn.
And you know, I picked my son up, and I had my son, my youngest son, and I had JJ with me. This was on my son's birthday, right? So I'm taking him out and shit. Took him to shoot lasers and all that old shit. But then we went to Godfather's Pizza, and we was sitting down eating and we chopping it up. So I had asked them, I said, do y'all know what respect is? And they like, yeah. I'm like, what is it? So they really couldn't tell me.
Wow.
So then I asked them, what is integrity?
They couldn't tell you that
Couldn't
either.
tell me that.
Wow.
So right then and there, I knew, like, okay, this is what I gotta do. Come on. So I'm taking them through the neighborhoods and shit, and I'm asking them, do y'all know what gentrification is? You see where all these abandoned buildings is like this? That's because nobody is trying to buy this type of shit. Nobody. When the houses are so cheap,
Right.
when you can build the neighborhood back up.
Exactly.
And so, you know, I'm just trying to instill a seed into their head. You understand? So when they get older, you know what I'm saying, they'll appreciate the game that I'm giving them at a young age. So when it's time for them to leave, you know what I'm saying, their mama's house or whatever. Like, I've been trying to get my son to come stay with me for the past 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But due to a whole lot of drama and all that old shit, I said, man, fuck it, I'm going to fall back. Because I tried to go the legal route and shit, send the police over there and all that crazy shit. But I fell back off of it because I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, be on some extra shit.
Right.
And so, but I really wanted him to stay with me, not for this, not for the fact with just me taking him away from his mom, like, you know, she ain't shit, because I never tried to do that shit in front of him. You know what I'm saying? But for the simple fact that I want to raise him, you know what I'm saying, the right way, to go in the right path.
He needs that
I
in
know
his life.
he needs
does.
that.
Yes.
He does because he don't have it in the house.
Right.
And so when he comes to you, he is getting to see what a stable home life looks
Right,
like.
right.
He gets to see what it is when it's two people in the house that really love each other who got their minds together.
Right.
Because you have to understand something, in the environment he in, it's a whole different ball game than that. So
Yeah,
all
it's
you
fucked
can
up.
do is just lead by example and show him, you know, something different, because he'll make that choice. But I
no.
think the only reason why he ain't coming so far is because he's afraid for his brother too. A lot of that.
That and what it is though, he got a girlfriend now. You know what I'm saying? And I was so happy because my son was like, you know, I was happy that he got a girlfriend and JJ got a girlfriend or whatever. You know, we chop it up. And he like, why you so happy because we got girlfriend? I'm like, nigga,
Because y'all ain't got boyfriend. Right.
boyfriend.
Okay. Okay, because you ain't got no
So,
boyfriend.
I'm happy with that. But, you know, I just wanted, he got a girlfriend and shit, so, you know, I ain't trying to press the issue or whatever. But I want him to understand, you know what I'm saying, what the real world is like.
Right.
So when it's time for him to make that transition, you know what I'm saying, into the real world, he can understand, like, okay, you know what I'm saying, my pop's already instilled, you know what I'm saying, working hard and, you know, what bills is and, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
responsibilities and shit like that as a young age. So now I'll be ready for this type of shit. And, you know, with my oldest son, what I wanted to do with him, I was trying to get him to live with me too. What I was going to do with him, I was going to charge him rent, but I wasn't going to spend his money. You see what I'm saying? I was going to put that shit up for him. So when it's time for him to roll, he'll have a bankroll.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be
Don't
like,
need
Hmm.
No need to be.
yeah, man, Pops, I appreciate that type of shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because,
Right.
you know, I wasn't even going to charge you nothing but $100, $25 a week. Stack your money. I know you trying to, you know what I'm saying, get up out of here. You feel me? Just establish something. I was going to put it up for him. So when he like, man, I got an apartment, woo woo. I'm like, oh yeah, here you go, boom.
Right.
And he'd be like, man, I appreciate that. No, nigga, that's your money. That ain't even my money. That's you. You saved all that. And I say that to say, you know what I'm saying, if you watching this show and you in a situation and you living rent free, you know what I'm saying, take advantage of that right now. Stack all your money. Stack it up, man.
But
You know what
that
I'm
shit
saying?
is wrong. because you need to pay where you lay your
You
head.
do, you definitely do.
Yeah.
But if you living for rent free right now, listen, man, you better stack your cheese,
You
man.
better stack it.
I'm
Especially
trying
if
to tell
you're
you,
still
man.
at home and your parents
I'm
is
telling you,
letting you
man,
stay there.
Listen, man, when you leave that motherfucking nest,
All fair game.
invest in your chest. Because it's going to get tested. You understand? Invest in your chest, nigga. You going to have a test. For
Man.
real, man. And, you know, and as single moms, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you'll miss that. Like, let me teach my kids how to understand what this real world is. So when it's time for them to roll, they'll know. And then the motherfucker get out here and be like,
You have to be honest with them about everything.
About
Yeah.
everything.
Have them sex
Mhm.
talks.
Yeah.
We have open discussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have open discussions with my grands.
You
You hear
supposed
me?
to.
Right.
You're supposed to. See, when like I was saying, having Juwan at 15, we grew up together, and then I don't want to put his business out there, but we had a little incident.
Put it out there. This is
Yeah, you gotta put that out there.
Let these
Nah,
motherfuckers know how raw I
Yeah.
am. Let them know what I am.
So Juwan was 10.
I was 11.
I thought you was 10.
I was 11.
But he was 11, okay? He still was too young. And I come in the room and he all,
I gotta put the shades on.
you know.
I gotta put the
I said,
shades
what
on.
you doing? He said, Mom, it burns when I pee.
Yeah.
I said, boy, you done got the claps, and I don't mean an applause. Now I got to take you down to the health department. Woo, I was hot like fire. Hot like fire.
Yeah, you understand me.
So-
So now you know why I'm
So-
always in the mix.
Hush.
When it
So
comes to
we
these
go.
chicks.
So we go down there. I take him down there.
She
and
want
so
that
I-
front one.
Hush. We went to Montgomery, and I took him down there, and then as we going down there, this is the part you need to really hear the kids do, and it was the lady. I said, you know, I'm bringing him down here because he's burning and he needs to be seen. She turns around and says to me, well, you need to bring your mother down here so he can be seen. I said, I am his mama. Then she said, how old are you?
Babies having babies.
I said, that ain't none of your business. All you need to know is his little penis is burnt up and he needs it to be cooled off. So she gives me this paperwork and I'm asking Juwan, I have to ask the questions, Brian. Because if you don't, look, this is how you do. How many
And I
partners
skated.
have you had?
And I skated in
All of
She
that.
burnt your ass up.
I was shooting
Right.
things. Or
Right.
she melted the
You
embryo.
shot into lava.
And so, why?
Melted the embryo.
So then after all of that, we done, I done had to answer the questions and all that. And he
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
Thanos.
he said, well, Mom, the man said, you gotta go back there and get a shot, right? So Juwan like, Mom, you going back there with me? I said, hell no, I wasn't with you when you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, this
I
is the
did.
Yeah, pop your shit, man.
You already know I'm gonna pop my shit, man. It's on the flow. I'm home. You know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere either. And hot
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
make sure y'all niggas stay tuned into the Exit 54 show. Gonna be on that bitch popping shit. When I get up out of here, I'm gonna be on that bitch popping shit. Big shit. Like how I do. Straight facts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you already know. Hey, you motherfucking niggas and bitches that got anything to say about me, good or bad, just make sure it's true. God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure that shit true. You say you got, huh?
You got what? What's your music, man?
Hey, check me out. Duffel Bag Duffel. You look me up.
Duffel bag what?
Duffel Bag Flavor. And Duffel Bag Duffel. You feel me? That me and my brother look me up.
We gonna look you up, man. Hey, you make sure you tune in to the Exit 54 show, man. You on TV, Channel 5. We outside, man. 100. Yeah, we in the streets.
We everywhere with this shit.
Yeah, we in the streets with this shit.
everywhere with this shit.
You everywhere with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop your shit, man. I'm about to get up out of this
That's it, though,
motherfucker.
man. I'm gonna be in the motherfucking building. You know what I mean? Every week, I'm gonna be in the building like it's my job.
Oh yeah.
You motherfuckers go like, subscribe, comment. You only a hater, don't for real, man. You gotta support local niggas. You support a motherfucker who you don't even know, who you don't fuck with. So you might as well support a motherfucker who's local.
Go on, close your little commercial out. Close it out.
Man, listen, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. They gonna get the rest from me when I hop on the show. But until then, man, tune in to that shit.
Hey,
It's going down. Tune into that shit.
Is that a choker or a smoker on your neck, man?
This is, This my son, this my oldest son, and it's 24K. You know, he's shining. I'm just raw, and I'm in the halfway house.
Yeah, y'all do your
raw.
thing, man.
You already know.
Mother's part.
Welcome to the Exit 54 show, and right now you are tuned in to when a young nigga was getting it in. I was only 11 getting up in that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh
It
my
was
God.
the babysitter, and she went to Franklin. I swear to keep your name anonymous, but you already know you gave me a shot of it. And I definitely enjoyed it.
Oh my God.
While you
Oh my
enjoyed
God.
it.
Oh my God.
And I simply will order it like a.
Help us.
Nah, real shit though. You know what it was, man? It was like you go over, you know, somebody's house, they watching you or whatever, and you know when they leave, she be like, "Suck on my titties." Yeah. You like what?
What?
Yeah.
So she was Rochelle Kelly. Is that what you trying to say?
She's like, "Suck on my titties."
Rochelle
You
Kelly,
like
not
this.
R. Kelly.
You like this?
How old was she? How old was she? Don't be telling me that now. How old was she?
You know, it's all good, man. You know.
But see that.
you gotta
But see,
watch.
we had a discussion before that.
You gotta
time.
watch.
And before, let me
Your
say
kids be
this.
around.
Before, right, exactly. We had a discussion about sex because we was watching TV, and he said, "Mom, he said, I know what a virgin is." I said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, it's a person that never had sex before." I said, "Really? Oh, okay." So now I'm sitting here like, I'm finna ask this. You know, I got to ask him a question, and then he said, "And Mom, I'm not a virgin." I said, "Well,
Not at all.
let's talk about this." So then he tells me he was fooling with some girl named Jamie,
But
who was 9,
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this.
and we had to have that talk.
I'm gonna say this. Now, watching Emmanuel.
Ah, shit.
That's that HBO soft porn.
Woo.
Cinemax. Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Now, all my niggas know. All my niggas in their 30s know what Emmanuel is. Emmanuel, come on, you go get your goddamn cover. Your lotion. And you
Man.
cuddle up. And you get involved. You understand me? And that's what happens. You know, when you're a young man watching.
Hey, cause he's some bullshit, right? Hey, cause when we was
Friendship.
this
Now
nigga
the
turned the
truth
TV
is
on, he
coming
said,
out.
"Hey, y'all niggas watch Emmanuel," and he left out the house. So it's me, Chris, and Preston just sitting there watching Emmanuel. Oh man,
Hey,
we was fans
Emmanuel
ever
like that
since.
one.
Oh my
Emmanuel
goodness.
like that, ain't it? Though?
Yeah, I got, man, when I was like 13, 14, she was still on TV.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
I seen Emmanuel do the whole soccer team on the train. I said, Emmanuel.
I'm so done with that.
God damn, Emmanuel.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
When you have boys, though.
But yeah, man. Now that I got a daughter, man, I be having to watch out for certain shit that I do and say. You know what I'm saying? Pertaining to these motherfucking women. And it's like, you know, when my daughter get older, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna give her the game on how these niggas is. You know what I'm saying? But You know, it's real shit, man. Especially with girls, man. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell motherfuckers like, no, it's the same. No, it's different.
No, it's different.
Because if I'm gonna give you a situation where two different things can happen. My son, if I walk in on my son having sex, I'm gonna be like, what the? Oh, okay, nigga. I'm gonna shut the door and let him do his thing. Now, if I walk in on my daughter,
Right.
I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna fuck around and catch a charge. Real shit. It's different, man.
It
Like,
is.
if I walk in on my daughter, like, man, hell no. Man, I'm gonna fuck something up. Not even just my daughter. My fucking niece. Man, come on, man. Now, if I walk in on my nephew, like, I'm gonna open the door and I see they don't even know I'm looking. I'm gonna be like this. Shut the door and get out of there. That's my daughter. Man, listen, it's different, man. From a man's perspective.
911.
From a man's perspective. Now, you know. And on that note, man, we here another week. I survived it. They didn't cut me off. You know, we bringing views, man. I just want to thank everybody for viewing in, man. All 17 of y'all, man.
Hey, it goes up every week, though.
I appreciate
It goes
all
up
17 of
every
y'all,
week.
man.
It goes up every week because
Yeah.
people are
Tuning
just
in
getting, you know, tuned
to the
in.
Exit
But you
54
have
show.
some real valid points, and I just want to say, as your mom, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I really appreciate the validation.
You're doing
man.
your thing.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to, man.
You're doing it, and you're
sure.
doing it in a big way, and it's nice to see that. You know, it's nice to see you as a man with your head on straight.
Oh yeah, so I didn't have my head on straight before.
No,
Hell
dear.
no.
No, not at all.
Nah,
Not at all.
No,
But
let's
it's
keep
but
it
it's
real.
good to see that. It's, I mean,
Yeah.
you're married. You're raising your kids. You doing your thing out here. It was a thought, and it became reality for you. And you're a dream chaser, and but you accomplished it. You know, a lot of people say they're going to do something, but they don't do it. And then, but when you follow through with your word, that's what's up.
And a lot of what a lot of people don't understand is, you know, all this shit came from the bottom, man. It's like, you know, man, I had to ask myself this, right? So I said, man, I know how to make money
Right.
in the streets. That ain't nothing.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the streets always been my daddy.
Oh, there we go.
Happy
Jesus! Jesus out today.
Nah, real shit though. No disrespect to my pops, man, but you know what it is.
Right.
And you know, as a man, you know, hopefully one day we can sit down and chop it up, and you know, you
Hopefully
can
you
explain.
will be able to.
But you know, the streets always been my daddy. But you know, motherfucker, really, you know, I can get money in the street. That ain't nothing. But you know, it's all about challenging yourself to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people this all the time, to tap into yourself so you can understand what it really is, what you want. Because your heart and your intuition already knows what you want to be.
Right.
But it's so many distractions in the world that you can get sidetracked.
Right.
You gotta block all that shit out and really sit down and tap into yourself and figure out what it is you want to do. And then it's gonna be uncomfortable. When you take that first step, it's gonna be uncomfortable, man.
It
And a lot
is.
of us take that first step and find out it's uncomfortable, then we back up and keep doing what we,
What you've
comfortable
been
doing.
Because whenever you're are elevating, it's not going to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? When you are on an elevation plane, the higher you go, the more uncomfortable it's going to get. And then you're going to see the haters that's really trying to pull you down, really
Ain't
trying to
worried
stop
about
you.
them.
But those are motivation. That's what it is. They the motivation.
One thing about
Because
me, if you hating on anything that a motherfucker, if you know me, if you've been knowing me my whole life, or even 10, 15, 20 years of my life. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? If you know what the fuck a nigga been through and you hate on this type of shit,
Used to.
then the only thing I can say for you is, man, you know, more power to you, you know what I'm saying? And do that shit on your own time. Just don't do
Right.
that shit around me. And even if you do it around me, you can understand that this is a divine presence in your face.
Oh.
I'm so done.
He had to go there, didn't he? He had to go there.
You know, we gotta wrap this thing up, man. And I just want to say, man, that I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Appreciate everything, man. This is the Mother's Day edition of the Exit 54 show. And is there anything that you want to let the people know what you got going and where they can find you at, or plug your shit or whatever?
Okay. I got my ministry is called Word on the Move. So we what I do is I go into different cities around Ohio and do Bible studies in people's homes. You know, sometimes it's people that cuz I'm catering to those that came out the mud like myself, those that are in the streets, the hustlers, that have questions that they really want to ask but can't really ask. So that's where what I'm on now, as far as making sure that they know, like doing street ministry. You know what I'm saying? Talking to people, and cause it's on my heart when I see people, with a young girl with the kids and their shoes is ran down and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable being a pastor and riding past in my ride and they at the bus stop. You feel me? And they coming faithfully, and that kind of stuff just has to stop. I think we need to try to get back to the community.
So where can they find you at and all that?
They can find me on Facebook. My name is Sharon Sunshine Faulkner, which I'm doing a lot now. Y'all can find me on Facebook. I also I got anything for your health and wellness. That's what we doing. We on a fast right now. And you can plug into me. I normally do my Facebook Lives about 10:15 p.m. At night. So. I ain't putting my phone number out there, nothing like that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. B, you got anything you want to plug in? Show people that hat, man. Yeah, man.
Exit 54.
That's copyrighted.
I need my hat. So silly.
Nah, I'm loving that.
Happy Mother's Day out there to all the wonderful mothers.
Absolutely, man. And this
Keep
is
doing y'all thing.
Appreciate that, man. And we got some shit going, man. Right now, as I say, man, we learning this on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Our production is about to step up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to move this into a whole nother, bigger space. You know what I'm saying? More adult like. You know what I'm saying? And the apparel is on the way. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, she rocking the Exit 54 hat, but it's copyright infringement.
No, it's not.
No, we ain't tripping.
I'm gonna be your designer.
Hey, real shit.
Real shit.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
We need to put that on there. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying?
We working.
I look, and
Got
my
you.
business is called Black Enterprise LLC. So I'll put your stuff out there.
Okay, that's
Okay.
what's up.
Because it's an apparel one, so we
And
can
as
do
you
it.
can see, you know what I'm saying, we working. I might have a short film coming up with my partner. You know what I'm saying? He Gary write this script, so we Gary do like a little 40-minute film or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Coming soon. We're gonna shoot it in Springfield and Dayton, but we got a lot of shit going, man. We got some apparel we about to start working on, and it just, man, we working, man. I'm trying to make the transition so I can quit this job. You dig?
Me too.
And
You hear me?
we out here, man.
Herman.
Just want to thank y'all for tuning in once again, man. And Ambi couldn't make it this week because she got
hair to do.
And Dr. Seuss places
Back
to do.
Dr. Seuss bitches. This is the Exit 54 show. And I just want to say one thing
What's that?
to all you bitter baby mamas, man.
We should have a bitter baby mama week, boy.
All you
Yeah.
have to do is tap into yourself
and let go of that motherfucking pride.
Man, if you don't get
And
off
you
my
will find out
stuff, stop that.
that it's not your baby daddy. It's really you and your feelings. And if it is your baby daddy, then hey,
You choose things.
you opened up your legs
Oh, Father.
to a bum ass motherfucker.
You play too much. You play too much. You play too much.
Peace.
Peace out. So y'all, there it is. It's the Exit 54 show. It was live and in color. It's my son's podcast, and we were guests on there. So
Hit that red button
we
at
try
the
to
top.
do the same. So
Hold on.
he's on every Wednesday, and so
Zoom in.
we okay with that.
You see this shit right here?
So
This
I
is
love
copyright
y'all.
infringement.
I love y'all tonight.
And I want my motherfucking
And then my daughter being here too sometimes, but
Better know it.
she wasn't here because she's selling wigs.
Better know it.
Copyright infringement. Yeah, nigga.
But this is my
What's up with my guy, man?
What's up, brother?
You good?
Yeah, you talking about my jacket?
Yeah, put that shit up, man. Your jacket look like a goddamn.
Vampire coat, huh? KW.
Hey, K-Dub.
Say something.
Hey, K-Dub.
What's up?
Say something to the Exit 54 show, man.
What's up, buddy? What's up, TV man? I would love to be on the show, TV man.
You on the show right now, man. Anything you want to say, man?
Well, no, sir. Thanks for letting me on the show, sir.
It's funny, motherfucker.